Hello, TikTok. It's Edward. I'd like to talk healing, your healing and my healing. As I continue on with this beginning of my healing journey and share with you what I've gone through, the biggest thing for me in my healing journey was being able to quiet my mind so I could start meditating, so I could start trying to listen to my intuition and my higher self. And I can't remember her name. If I remember her name, I'll let you know. But there is this lady from New York. Anyway, she was telling me how she had dealt with this constant bombardment of thought. Okay, always, you've got the little gremlin. I like to call him a gremlin. He sits on the back, that ego thing, that keeps on saying, oh, you're not good enough, or you're not this, or you're not smart, or you're not pretty, or you're the negative energy that we get programmed with. Now, I want you to imagine, for starters, that it's a gremlin. Or you can imagine if it's a duck if you want. It really doesn't matter. The point of the matter is there's this little entity that keeps whispering in your ear, these sweet nothings. And not the good pillow talk stuff. Like the things that really defeat you and sabotage you. That's the one we want to quiet. We want to get a hold of that guy. We want to slap him around and put him in his place. He's part of you. But you need to take control. And you need to take control of your mind. And how you take control of your mind is telling this guy to shut the hell up. I'm going to tell you how to do that. I started this. I couldn't meditate for 2 minutes without being distracted, without having something come in my mind and always consistently bombard me with negativity. We need to quiet that down. So we need to take control of that. Now, you find a moment in your day in what I call a shower meditation. So when you're in your shower, and for some reason, the same thoughts kept coming in my mind. Wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda kind of stuff, right? I wish I said that, or I wish I said this. So I use that moment because that moment was something precise that happens every day. I want you to take that thought, grasp it, and toss it. Say, you're not welcome. You're not welcome. Get out. You're not welcome. You're not welcome. Get out. Do that. However you can do that, take that thought physically, intent on what you're doing. That thought is coming in. I wish I would have said that to this person because I was like, oh, I felt so, brr. No, let go. No, what we want to do is let that memory go. Let that memory go. Keep telling yourself. 7, 8 times if you do it. No, you're not welcome here, you're not welcome here. And you do it constantly. So it may happen several times during the course of your shower, during your shower meditation, I like to call. And you can call it whatever you want. There's no name. It's however it works for you. And you take that thought and you toss it. I just continue doing this. You're not welcome here. That thought's not welcome here. That thought is not welcome here. You're controlling, you're telling your subconscious, no, this thought is not welcome here anymore. And then after a few days, it comes, and then all of a sudden, poof. Hang on a second. It took me a week, actually, of doing this. The first time I did it. That thought never came to me again. It was gone. I'm like, holy cow, this worked. This lady, this is what she told me to do, and it worked. Anyway, when I figure it out, when I recall her name, I have to dig up her videos and stuff. I haven't seen her on TikTok in such a long time. I think she left. She might have gone onto YouTube or something, or Instagram, or maybe gave that up altogether. I'm not sure. But I'm going to try to dig up her name because she deserves some credit for this, because this was the start of my healing journey. And I am so grateful that I stumbled across some of her videos. And then I started following everything, and she said this, and I started applying some of the things she had learned. One of the biggest books, Eckhart's, The Power of Now. Eckhart, it was Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, The Power of Now. It's a guide to spiritual enlightenment. And what they do is it teaches you how to step back, recognize your spirit, and recognize that your emotions and thoughts are tools. Okay, they're not you. That's not your consciousness. Your consciousness and those are tools. We'll get into that later. The big thing is you need to quiet your mind, and this is how you do it. Work with that one. Work with that one. Continue, and then you'll see that it works. And when it works, you'll just go, oh my goodness, this is great. So every time you'll have these thoughts they keep coming up, these obsessive thoughts, you keep doing that. And sometimes it'll only take 2 or 3, pulls from your head and tossing it, because it becomes a physical and emotional and intellectual intent right? You're taking control of that thought. You're saying, no, you're not welcome. It's like Dumbledore in one of the Harry Potter movies, I can't remember which one it was, and he takes that memory and he puts it in the bowl with a bunch of other memories. Basically, you're taking that out. You're tossing it. You don't want that thought. That thought's not welcome. It's not healthy. Do that. It will go. You'll take control of that. And you'll say, okay, and your body will go, okay, and your mind and your spirit and your little gremlin there will go, okay, well, I can't hold that one on anymore, so let's work on something else. And then you'll start seeing you can do this. And before you know it, a month has gone by, and you're like, hang on a second, there's nothing coming in. Perfect. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to be there. When you're there, start reading The Power of Now. Okay, start distinguishing between the past, the present, and the future, and how it interacts. When you're conscious and you are aware of your thought and you can get 10 minutes of peace, there you go. That's the goal right there. That's the spot you want. You want that 10 minutes. You're just going to meditate. You're going to quiet your mind. Okay? And then you'll start relaxing, making a connection to yourself, to your environment, and following some of the guidance that Eckhart has graciously shared with us. And you'll find other people on how to meditate. Find what works for you. Not everybody's the same. Some people like to meditate in the forest. Some people like to meditate in rocks. And I can meditate almost anywhere. Whatever works for you to get that connection. Make that connection, ground yourself into the earth, and start relaxing. Take advantage of that quiet. And when you take advantage of the quiet, that's when you will access your internal self, your higher self, your consciousness, your intuition. That's the key to starting your healing journey, is preparing yourself to communicate with your higher self. You need to establish this quiet peace in order to do this. Okay? This is what you need to do. Lots of water.